Alrighty. Good morning, beautiful people. How is everyone doing? Let me know in the chat box or give me a thumbs up if you can hear me loud and clear. And if you can see my screen, normally everything should be good. Just drop a 111 or something. There we go. All right. Good morning. I hope everyone is having a great week so far. Let's dive straight into it. For the people who do not know it, what we do here on a weekly basis is pretty simple. We are gonna price trap. What is price trap? We are gonna basically just trap price, right? We're gonna find the high, find the low, trap the market between it, and then wait for the market to show us a certain direction by the breakout, of course. All right. So if we take a look, for example, right now on 80 Canadian, what we do see here, if we just follow it and we analyze it like we should trap it, you see that the market is creating these highs and these lows all over again, every single time, again and again and again. So every time the market breaks higher, we're going to search for the retracement to then follow that breakout. All right, same thing here. Market breaks higher, we search the retracement, and then we follow the breakout. Okay, so that's basically what we do here. I'm not going too deep in detail right now. I don't have too much time today. So I want to just dive in and talk about the price traps we had from last week. All right. Starting with 80 JPY, like you can see, like I just explained, the market created a high, the market created a low. We wait for the breakout and we follow that breakout direction. So pretty simple. If you ask yourself the question, where did we break out? Right over here. Okay, so higher than the previous high. The market came back for the retest and shooted immediately higher here. It retested a couple of times, so you had different opportunities there. But on the very first retest, like you can see, it was a fast retest here. Market came back, reacted on the 1 hour time frame. 30-minute time frame was showing you this evening star and this morning star, excuse me, and this morning star. And then the 50-minute time frame also showed us this morning star here, but also right over here. So there was different opportunities here to react on. Price action wise, depends a little bit on how you personally react on these ideas. But like you can see, it was around a 10 pip stop and the market gave you a potential of 84 pips in profit. All right. So that means if you would risk 1% on that 10 pip, you were able, or you had the possibility to have a 1 on 8. So it means 8% cashed in if you have, of course, a 1% risk. Very important to know, these sessions are no financial advice. What I want to do here is just share my education and knowledge so you can use that for your own benefit. All right, so you can go in the charts for yourself, you can find yourself these entries, these reaction points, these price action things. That's the thing we do here on morning sessions. All right, so 80 JPY, first one, successful trade. If you reacted once again on the second one, there was some opportunity, yes, but I personally, once I have my take profit, I stay away from that certain pair. All right, what I do like to do is, of course, when the market creates new highs, we wait for the breakout, we wait for the retest, and then we follow that direction. All right, so what I did yesterday I shared this one, I gave this high, the market broke out, came back for the retest, and boom, we got another buy there. All right, so yesterday on the session, the morning session, I gave this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it because this was also a pretty strong one. Good, let's move on. Euro Canadian, this one, I've been trapping this one or trying to trap this one for a couple of times already. Look at this nasty chart. All right, personally, I stayed away from everything here on Euro Canadian, simply because the market wasn't really showing me the trending direction I like to see. So if we go back to 80 JPY, I see there is some connection issues. Am I still good here? Yes, all right. So if we take a look at 80 JPY, for example, this is a clear trending market. All right. Okay, we got the downtrend here. Yes, market broke higher, so we changed direction, but this is trending. You see that? This is not doing this. Okay. If we take a look at Euro Canadian, look at that. This is ugly. This is nasty. This is not a clear direction, not up, not down, just sideways. So I personally just would stay away from this one, even though I trapped it. I shouldn't trap it if it's not clear enough. But still, market did react. So for example, market breaks out, comes back for the retest. This first price action point, I'm definitely sure you could find an entry in here. but the market hit stop loss. Is that a problem? Not really. If the market keeps respecting the structure, we can keep looking for sells. So right over here, we got new price action and you had an opportunity to sell this, but yeah, it's just a nasty chart, right? All right, let's move on. Euro JPY, next one. Oh, there we go. Market broke out. We got a fast retest first with this push. All right, so let's just take a look. Massive rejection on the 1 hour time frame. 30-minute time frame also massively rejecting. 15-minute time frame also massively rejecting. What is this? Pretty simple news. If I'm not mistaken, this was an FOMC meeting, if I'm not mistaken, last Wednesday. There was some price action though after that to go in the buy. I personally didn't really like it. Why? Because we're buying high. Okay. I always ask myself, if I take a look at my price traps and the market breaks out, so this is basically the high that the market has created, and this is the low that the market has created. Our price action and entry possibility was right over here. Is this high in price or low in price? That's a question I always ask myself. Am I buying high or am I buying low? Of course, you want to buy low. And in this example, we are buying high. So this is why I would stay away from this first retest. The second one, though, beautiful. 1 hour, 30-minute, look at that, engulfing. 50-minute, look at that. Oh, talking about this one here. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful engulfing candle. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was like a 15 pip stop. Yeah, around 15 pip stop. Market went for a potential of 93 pips profit. So definitely a 1 on 3 was possible here. All right, definitely. And of course, like I said before, we are using price traps, so we are using the highs and the lows. So now we can look for another breakout retest. Okay, but this is for the end of the session. I will make new price traps for today, of course. Okay, good. Excuse me. Euro NZD, look at that. Beautiful. Market breaks out, comes back to the retest. Very first retest, market rejects. 1 hour time frame wasn't maybe the clearest one. But if we take a look at the lower time frames, it's starting to be more clear what price action wise. All right, look at this 15-minute beautiful morning star. And there's one thing I want to show you once again. I've been saying this for a lot of times. If you see such a push to the upside, a breakout of that structure, a lot of times you will see in that push there is a small pause. Like the market is like in pause for a second. Look at this 30-minute. Black doji, 50-minute. The market creates like 3 or 4 candles where the market like is stuck for a minute. A lot of times when the market comes back for the retest, this is the zone the market reacts on. I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen every time. That's not how the market works. That's not how Forex trading works. But there is a high probability the market will react on this. So if you have this morning star on the 15-minute time frame, you place your stops below 15 pip stop, you had a potential of around 90 pips. Take profit once again. All right. Showing you 3 pairs, Euro NZD, AUD JPY. What was the other one? Euro Canadian. All these pairs were opportunities where you could potentially have a beautiful 1 on 3 risk to reward or more. All right. Yeah, this is just the power of price trap. Next one, GJ. Don't mistake this. This was not the price trap from last week. This is the price trap for now. The price trap from last week was this one. So we broke to the downside and we were looking for downside movements. All right. Like you guys know, I'm very transparent in these kind of things. I'm not gonna say like it was a perfect price trap. No. We wanna really go into the details and really get into how trading is working, because a lot of people think it's only sunshine and rainbows, but believe me, that's not the case. There are losses. All right. Good. So GJ, we broke out. This is Tuesday. Let me check. Wednesday. Where's Wednesday? Here's Wednesday. So Wednesday, 8 a.m. was right over here, around this area of price. I wanted the market to go higher, if you can remember what I said. But like you can see, the market created price action here, and only on the third time the market shooted to the downside. So there's definitely a possibility that you took some stop losses on this one. If you were still reacting on the highs, which was good because the market was still respecting structure, there was some opportunity here for a 1 on 3, definitely possible. But yeah, first you would have taken 2 stop losses. Look at that. Good price action on the 1 hour. Here, same thing. Good price action. Maybe this could be a break-even one. Let me go in detail. Let me check. Let me check. Yeah, look at that. Engulfing candle, engulfing candle. So much time to react. Around, yeah, let's say 20 pip stop. We got a wick of 51 pips. So yeah, break even was definitely possible here. This should be straight stop loss. And then the third one, after 3 times, we finally got a drop. We finally got a decent drop to the downside. 20 pip stop. Look at that, 120 pip to the downside. So it depends. I personally, I'm very honest in that. I do not react 3 times on the same pair. I only react 2 times. Sometimes I go for the third time, but here it wasn't the case. Okay, good. Let's move on. G-Chef, another one. Beautiful, beautiful price trap, beautiful breakout and retest. Look at that. Wednesday, 11 a.m. evening start on the 1 hour, 30-minute time frame. Tweezer top, 15-minute time frame. Look at that. Well, maybe less clear here, all right? The 50-minute is maybe not the most clean price action that we are used to or that we are reacting on. Let me check the 5 minutes. Sometimes the 5 minutes is always interesting to look at. Once it starts breaking structure, we see the market usually giving us that retest. Look at that. We break the low, we come back for the retest, and then we start moving, all right? So depends a little bit which time frame you were looking at. Let's say we went for the evening start on the 1 hour time frame. Would have been around a 10 pip stop. Market dropped for 55 pips. So another one that really went in our direction and did exactly what we wanted to see. Okay. So G-Chef, another one. Very good. Very nice. There we go. NZD-JPY. I've trapped this one for so many mornings. Look at that. How long are we in between these zones? But you know what they say, the longer the consolidation, the greater the breakout. Look at that. Market breaks out, comes back for the retest. 1 hour time frame was showing us rejections, 30-minute time frame was showing us morning stars, 50-minute time frame was showing us engulfing candles. So yeah, very good, very nice. Someone is running this one, I think. So 15 pips, and the market is now running 49 pips in profit. So another one, 1-on-3 risk to reward. I know I start to sound like DJ Khaled, but I cannot help it. Pricetrap is just so good. So yeah. All right, good. That's the USD breakout, retest, fast retest. Interesting. Massive breakout. What's happening here? Let's check the lower time frames. I'm not sure. Oof. Blue candle. A little pause. What did I just say you in the beginning of the session with, I don't know which pair it was. What was it? Can someone help me? AD USD maybe? No. I don't know. If we see a strong breakout like this, like full black candles, usually you see a little pause. You see this? This is mostly of the time a very strong zone to look at for yourselves. Okay, so 50-minute time frame, look at that. I think we cannot be more clear than this. Engulfing candle on the 50-minute time frame. Stop loss around 8 pips, something like that. And we went for, yes, let's say 70 pips, something like that. Yeah, 70 pips in profits. So that's almost a 1-on-10, 1-on-9 risk to reward once again. So insane. What a week. What a week. Oh, I didn't have UJ? I thought I had UJ. Am I missing out on something? No, I'm not. Okay, that's it. Gold, yeah, gold just didn't retest. It just kept on rising. All right. I personally don't really bother gold. A lot of people, I don't know why, but so many people are obsessed with gold. Let me give me my honest opinion. It's indeed a very nice chart to be on. It's indeed a very nice chart because why? It moves fast. That's it. But let me tell you something. A 1-on-3 on gold is the same like a 1-on-3 on Euro USD or GBP USD or AUD JPY. If you risk 0.5% and you make 1.5%, if it is on gold or it is on Euro USD or it is on GU or it is on US 30 or it is on SPX 500, a 1-on-3 stays a 1-on-3 if you get the point. So a lot of people are really obsessed with gold because we have these all-time highs runs and this massive drop to the downside. If you would have taken this sell, you would have been a millionaire. Yeah. If my mom would have had balls, it was my dad, right? So that's exactly what I'm saying here is like, yeah, it's not because it is gold that it's special or something. No, a one on three stays a one on three. Simple. All right. I know some people love how it moves. I personally don't really like how it moves. I'm more of an index guy, a US 30, an SPX 500, a NAS 100, Germany 40, the UK 100, the Japanese. Like indices is really my thing, but I'm not gonna say it's not possible in Forex. I just showed you. I just showed you so many different examples. Like almost every single price trap I gave you last week went in profit. Okay, GJ, you had two stop losses and then a third take profit opportunity. But all these different price traps gave some beautiful, beautiful trades last week. Okay, so it doesn't need to be indices because it moves fast. It doesn't need to be silver or gold because it moves fast and because there's a whole lot of hype on the internet about it. You just need a clean chart where a structure is respected, where your confirmations are shown, right? I see a link coming in. Oil, yeah, is also one. You can use oil also. Looks good, by the way. Looks pretty decent, price drop wise. It's a long time I went on the oil chart. Oof, I'm talking years. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Um, this price drop is decent, really. You could look for like breakout retest to the downside to retest the levels of the higher time frame. That's what I would be interested in. Of course, if the market decides to break out of the resistance zone, we can wait for a retest and follow that. All right. Pretty simple. It's a big price trap, to be honest. Could have trapped it. Yeah, you could have trapped it on the 4 hour. I see a 4 hour chart coming in. So yeah, exactly. Exactly. I like that. I like that. Good. Let me go through the charts. If you have any pairs, let me know. I always like to see you guys also trapping, also like before I make them, that you guys are also already have them. That's of course why I'm here, so you guys can do it yourself. First one, 80 Canadian, decent high, market broke out. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna put on this low also. Let me first, where's my magnet? This is better. I'm going to use that support zone also. So if the market does not respect, we can still wait for the market to reverse and break the structure to the other direction. Okay. So 80 Canadian. Wait, what? 80 JPY? Can we do it again? What do you think? Should we go for it? What is this? SPX? Yeah. But I will go over the indices in a moment. So 80 JPY, let's do it again. We have a new resistance zone. Remember what I just showed you in the beginning of the session. Like we got this fast breakout retest here, market moves up. We have another resistance, breakout retest here, market moves up. So right now, we are simply following the structure, the trend, and wait for another retest to go higher. Simple, right? There we go. ADNZD, looking good. We also trapped this last week, not on the public session, not on this Wednesday session. For the people who do not know, I'm giving sessions every single day, but not publicly. I want to give you guys a support also. There we go. ADUSD, I'm gonna stay out. I don't like that. Canadian JPY. I also trapped this yesterday for the breakout retest to the upside. So you could have been running this one, but let's just keep it like it is and just know, like I'm gonna put it on there. that there's a new resistance zone. So if we decide to break our retest, that we do not miss out on it. All right. So before it's getting too confusing, let me put it like this. So we're looking for buys. If we want to see sells, we want to see the structure that is created right over here to get broken. Okay. Euro AD, I like it. Looks like we will have a lot of price drops today. Do not hesitate if you have price drops your own to send them out. Should we trap Euro Canadian? Nah, we're not gonna do that. Look at that. How ugly is that? Damn. Um, oof. I trapped this one yesterday. I think so. Let me double check. Euro pound, where are you? Yeah, there we go. This is the trap from yesterday. Ha, beautiful. Empty chart. All right. I sent a screenshot of my smartphone. There we go. So this was a trap. I told you, yeah, I know. I forgot it. I forgot it. So now you see the breakout and the retest. Beautiful price action, by the way. That 1 hour is looking good. That's looking juicy. The 30-minute also looking very strong. 50-minute also. Any retracement back in there, you could potentially find yourself a sell there. Potentially, like you guys know, not a financial advisor. Do your own research. Past results doesn't, how do they say it again? Past results doesn't guarantee future profits, something like that. You get the point. So any retracement back into this box. Let me make a box here. Um, Let me first double check the lower time frames. I'll do like this. Pretty high. Any retracement back into this box, this whole box here, could be interesting for sales. Okay. Oof, look at that. What's happening here? Is Euro USD doing the same because I'm selling this one? Okay, nice. Noise, 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 noise. All right. So if I'm seeing this, I'm not sure if we will get the retracement, but any retracement in there could be a good sell opportunity. Okay. You could also go for a 1 hour FIP level, and then have an entry on the 1 hour engulfing or the 30 or the 15. All right, that's definitely possible. But your take profit needs to be above this low. Otherwise, we need to break another point of structure before we have a take profit. Okay, makes sense, right? Or no? Makes euros. I know my jokes are broken. Don't worry about it. There we go. Euro JPY, a little bit the same like which JPY was it? Canadian JPY? Or we can get a deeper retest, or we can look for a breakout retest to the upside. Simple. Nope, nope, nope. Don't like this. Yeah, GJ, a little bit the same, right? Let's see. Let's see. All the JPY pairs are basically the same. So we can look for deeper retest back into the resistance zone of the previous days, or we can look for a breakout retest of that new high, that new resistance zone. There we go. Maybe I can make it clear with putting arrows there, because otherwise maybe you guys are thinking for sells once we go through this zone, and that's not what we're looking for. GU. I see a buy in that one. If you can have a breakout retest of that resistance zone, I wouldn't be mad to buy this. Do, 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 do. Yeah, once again. So NJ already gave an entry yesterday. So there we go. We can still go below these lows for the retest, by the way. I hope I'm not making it too confusing here. But I don't think so. I think this is pretty clear, right? That's the JPY is ugly. Nope. Yeah, UJ missed out on that. Was already a pretty good breakout retest. The JPY pairs are basically all the same. We already broke the resistance. Some of them retested that resistance. Some of them didn't. But we all have a new resistance zone where we can potentially have a breakout retest. Yeah, CHF JPY almost exactly the same. I'm almost doubting to keep on trapping the JPYs. It's always a very dangerous thing that all the JPY pairs has almost exactly the same price trap. It can be very profitable because if you have one JPY pair going in your direction, usually all the JPY pairs are following, but know that the opposite is also true. So if one JPY pair goes against you, know that all the JPY pairs will go against you, all right? Good. That will be it. So we have 80 Canadian waiting for the retest, 80 JPY, exactly the same thing. 80 NZD, exactly the same thing. GCAT, CAT JPY, excuse me. Also looking for maybe a breakout retest of this high or a deeper retest of the previous high. Euro AED waiting for the retest. Euro pound, ooh, we closed up massively bearish. So every retracement in there would be interesting if we can get as high as this. I'm not sure if I'm seeing this. Yeah, not looking too good. It looks like it's already gone. Check this one. Oof, what's this? Euro NZD. Let's go. Ah, that was the live idea I shared on my session. Yeah, sadly enough, I had a way too big stop loss, which made my take profit above the previous highs. And that's something I just said it also. I don't know which pair it was I said it about. But we got Euro NZD yesterday. We reacted here live on the session on this low here, and my take profit was just above these highs. So this is what I mean. If you want to have a clear take profit and get a higher profitability or probability that will hit, keep it below the structure, the breakout structure. All right, that's what you did. That was nice. Good. All right, all right. That's it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it with this. A lot of JPY pairs. We also have silver. Let's see how it will play out. Let me check the indices. Okay, index is pretty simple. US 30, we're going for sales today. Depends, of course. Depends on what will happen during the day. But looks like we will go for sales today. All right. If we can get a little higher retest, like between 3 and 5, if you see a spike into these supply zones, could be a beautiful sell opportunity there. Okay. So that's what I would be looking for on US 30. SPX is in between the zones. I don't really like what I'm seeing here. Not really that clear of structure. Yesterday, I did trap it for the breakout retest to the downside, but I didn't react on it. I didn't do anything on the index yesterday. Okay, UK, I do like the UK. So UK 100, where you can trap it like this. There you go. NAS is maybe also one. I do like. SPX, I don't like it. NAS, yeah. Let's see. Be careful for the supplies above my resistance zone. This could be acting as a sell, especially if US 30 reacts on the supply like I just said. If you see US30 reacting like that, the chances are high that NAS will also be reacting like that. Okay. UK 100 pushing. Germany, don't like it. Japanese is gone. Beautiful breakout retest, by the way. But that's it. All right, three indices. So US30, NAS, and UK. So we have in total 10, 11, 15 price traps with three indices. More than enough for a week. You only need three or four, like I already said. If you have like these 1-on-3 risk to rewards, that's insane. Alrighty, let's check the crypto. I cannot say a lot about crypto, to be honest. We are just bearish. And like I said on previous sessions, I do expect the market to stay here for a while and maybe go lower. As long as we keep respecting the downtrending structure, we will keep going lower. Look at that. This is what I mean with downtrending structure. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower low, maybe lower high. All right. As long as we don't have a breakout of that, the market will keep on dropping. Still looking at it like, damn, this break and retest, this was the moment. The moment. I totally missed it. The previous bull run, I called the top like 2 weeks up front or something. But now I totally missed it. I gotta be honest here. I gotta be transparent here. I just totally missed it. I wanted to sell a lot, but we're holding. All right. Good. Ethereum, same thing. As long as we keep respecting that bearish structure, I expect Ethereum to be here for a pretty long time. I already said it also on other sessions. There are a few options. We can go for the liquidity at 97 and have a relief rally like this. If you will see that relief rally, there's a very high chance that all the altcoins will go pretty strong also. Or we can simply have a consolidation like this, maybe drop a little bit, consolidation, and then starts to go higher again. That's basically what we have seen here. All right, that's a little bit what I'm looking at right now. Because we are also already retesting the all-time highs from the previous bull run. This is basically also a retest of the all-time highs of the previous bull run. We've been here for a few months, from June till March, so June 22 till March 23. So you have some time to create cash flow and maybe position yourself the right way here on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Of course, no financial advice. It's always your own decision what you're doing, of course, with your money. Just giving you my knowledge and vision of these charts. Okay, so yeah, that will be it. I think I'm ready. Any questions? Anything to add? Let me know. Still in between the zones, so yeah, let's wait for this one. Maybe if we can get a relief rally on Bitcoin. But good, good, good. Let me go through the charts one more time just to make it clear so everyone is with me and knows what I'm looking for. So 80 Canadian looking for buys in the retest zone. 80 JPY exactly the same thing, looking for buys. 80 NZD same thing. Canadian JPY, or we can have a deep retest here, or we can simply break our retest of that resistance zone. Euro AD, I think is pretty obvious and clear. Euro pound, let's see if we can get back here for some sells. Euro JPY, or we can retrace deeper, or we can have the breakout retest on the resistance zone. Exactly the same for GJ. We already broke out, so we can already look for some retest there. GU is still in between the zones. NZD JPY broke out of that resistance zone, so let's see if we can get a proper retest. Don't be surprised if we go deeper, if we go to these areas. UJ exactly the same thing. We already retested, so this we missed out. Maybe we can have a new breakout retest of that resistance. And then we have silver, where we are simply waiting for a retest. We do have some indices. We have US30 waiting for a proper retest here to the downside. NAS waiting for a breakout, and UK also waiting for a breakout. And that will be it, okay? So we see each other back next week, Wednesday, for a brand new price trap session. We will go over every single price trap I made today. Of course, we will do a little review of crypto. I don't think we will be saying a lot. I think we will be in the same position like last week, but we shall see. All right. So I wish you all a beautiful trading week. Make sure to keep yourself to your trading plan, your risk plan, and do not take any unnecessary risks. Trading is all about managing your capital and managing your risk management. So please be that person who is consistent and disciplined in that. Okay. So thank you all for being here. I wish you the best. We see each other back next Wednesday for a brand new price show session. Ciao, ciao.